welcome back to my channel and you're welcome to Lego's Corner. So today's video is on All American and I think this is season 3 episode 10. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. So the episode starts off with all the boys at the grill, right? I think it's just been homecoming. So we see Jay, Asher, and Jordan. And Asher and Jordan are nervous because they feel like, Jay already has a big head. So now that he's homecoming king, we don't know how that's gonna go, right? So Spencer and his friend from Crenshaw join them, and Jay's like, yo, where's your crown? And Spencer's like, nah, I didn't win homecoming king. This dude over here won it. Liv's ex, the black dude from Crenshaw. Yeah, and Jay's kind of feeling like, everyone's kind of feeling like it's so corny that he's wearing a crown, but it's just Jay's personality. He's happy to be homecoming king, so yeah, we're happy for him. And then we move over to Olivia, and she's back to her meetings, her AA meetings and all of that. So she walks in and she notices Nurse Joy. You guys remember Nurse Joy is the nurse that was helping Spencer and Olivia the time Spencer got shot. So yeah, she's the one who's holding the meeting and is leading the group and all of that. She also meets some girl who's very eager and very nice and very like, oh my god, yes, I'm also a sponsor and all of that. And she can tell that this girl wants her to be her sponsor. Like, no, I don't need a sponsor, please leave me alone. So we see Simone and Vanessa about to walk in and join Jay, Asher, and all of them. And Simone's ex / almost baby daddy taps her and says, hey Simone, and all of that. And he's being very nice, asking, how have you been, and all of that. And Simone's kind of feeling like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? This is you asking me this. You've been a dick the whole time, right? So then Asher, Jay, and Spencer come outside and they ask like, is everything okay over here? And Simone's just like, I don't have time for this. And she walks inside and they go back and forth. The guys go back and forth feeling like, okay, we're gonna play you guys, we're gonna beat you guys, and all of that. And Cam, who used to go to Crenshaw, is kind of feeling like, oh, by the way, Spencer, how's it going with the scholarships? I've got like 5 scholarships or whatever. And we know that's a trigger for Spencer. He knows that's a trigger for Spencer. Spencer knows that's a trigger for him. Everyone around knows that's a trigger for Spencer because he's struggling with the whole getting a scholarship thing. And the one scholarship he had, the person who was recruiting him quit. So he's in his feelings about that. So we'll see how that goes. So we get back inside and Jay's trying to impress Vanessa and all of that. He really likes her and he can see like it's not being reciprocated. So he pulls Asher aside and says, look dog, can you please talk to Vanessa for me? I know you guys got close during the summer and all of that. So please put in a good word for me and tell her that, you know what, I'm a good dude and all of that. And Asher's kind of feeling like, dog, I don't want to get in the middle of it, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, dog, please. Asher's like, okay, cool. Asher catches up with Vanessa outside and tells Vanessa that, dog, give Jay a chance. He's really a cool dude. Under all the macho playboy / goofiness, he's really a sweet guy. And she's like, you know what, I can't do that because I'm waiting for someone. And we know who she's talking about. She's talking about Asher. Kind of feeling like, you know what, I can't get close to Asher. I'm waiting for you. I have feelings for you. And he's feeling like, yo, it's an awkward position you're putting me in. And she's telling him like, look, the reason why you and I couldn't even kiss when we were in Mexico is because you were in a relationship with Layla and you didn't want to disrespect her. But you guys aren't even in a relationship anymore, and we've established that she has feelings for Spencer and she's moved on. So what's stopping us now, right? So then they lean in for the kiss and Asher stops. Asher's like, actually, there is someone we're gonna hurt, and that is Jay. I was like, okay, shout out to Asher for being a good friend. Semi, I guess, but like, yeah, you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad he has some self-control in that moment, and you can tell her feelings are hurt. She's feeling like, okay, cool, I'll wait for you and all of that. I was like, okay, but yeah, Thank you, Asher. So we go back to Olivia's meeting, and everyone's going around in a circle, introducing themselves and talking about themselves. And Olivia doesn't do that. The meeting ends, and she goes over to Nurse Joy and explains to Nurse Joy that she relapsed and everything that happened. And Nurse Joy is kind of feel like you're not going to make any progress if you don't stand up and, you know, talk about what's going on with yourself and introduce yourself and all of that. And she talks to her mom about how she just got scolded for not introducing herself and all of that. And the mom's kind of feeling like, yeah, you need to make an effort. And the girl who was very nice earlier on walks out, and the mom's like, she's very nice. And Olivia's feeling like, Olivia tells the mom that she's actually a vampire. So what that means in AA, in the AA community, I guess, is that it's one of those people who are addicts, but are recovered addicts, but also they're so quick to look for someone they can sponsor, and that can go wrong very fast. And she's too friendly. And Olivia feels like she doesn't want to make the same mistake she did with Leslie by being friends with her sponsor and depending too much on the sponsor. So yeah, she's good on that girl. And then we see Spencer, right? Spencer's at home, and the mom's reading an article about him in the newspaper, and Spencer's kind of down about the article because in the article he feels like they mentioned in the fact that he made all these promises and he's not living up to that. He promised them that they're gonna get the title and all of that, and he's not doing that. So he's in his feelings about that. We see Coop at the diner or whatever thing they hang out at, and Mo gets to her. Mo's like, can you please give these documents to Patience? These are the documents Patience needs to sign in order to be released from her contract with Layla's dad, right? And Coop is feeling like, oh, you playing me, are these even real, or whatever the case may be. Coop's guard is still up when it comes to Mo. Like, she does not trust Mo, and Mo's kind of feeling like, dog, just give her the papers and let it be that. And Coop's like, okay. So then we get to school, and Jay asks Asher, like, dog, did you talk to Vanessa? And Jay's like, yeah, dog, I don't think that's gonna happen. She says she has feelings for someone else. And Jay's like, who? You? And then, yeah, they get into a shoving push match or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, now they're beefing over this Vanessa girl. And I'm just like, it's not worth it. It's really not. So we get to Coach Billy's office, and Spencer's there. And Coach tells Spencer that all the players passed. You guys remember that he's not mean, but that man who's out for revenge for what Coach Billy did to him when they were younger was making it hard on him and telling them that the players need to have a certain grade in order for them to play. That one. So the results are back, and all the players did well, so all the players can play, and they're excited about that. And Billy also tells Spencer that, look, I invited 9 coaches from different universities to come look at you and all of that, so you need to be great today. And Spencer, we can see him being having a little self-doubt and feeling like, can I be great though? I don't think I can be great. And Billy helps him out and tells him that, look, your dad, his homecoming game was his best game. Like, he had like 6 touchdowns. Like, he's a legend and all of that. And I think that made Spencer feel a little bit better and feeling like, you know what, maybe this is a sign, homecoming, I can do well. And Billy also tells Spencer that, you know what, I have a surprise for you at the game. So we'll see what that is, right? And then we move to Coop and Layla. So Coop gives Layla the papers that Mo gave her for Patience. And the dad walks in, and you can tell Coop is acting funny. We know that Coop knows that Layla's dad is having an affair with some of the artists at the record label. And Layla spots that Coop is acting real weird and funny. And yeah, Coop is like, look, I gotta go. So we know Layla's gonna ask about that. Billy goes and sees Jordan and basically tells Jordan to just, because Jordan was like getting it in before the game. And he's like, you need to calm down. And then also tells Jordan that, look, the coach from the university you want to go to, I put in a good word, he's coming tonight, so be on your A game and all of that. while he's telling Jordan that, and Jordan thanking him while he's doing all of that, the lady coach walks in, is like, okay, good to see you, whatever, and they praise him. Jordan walks away, and coach tells the lady coach what he said about the recruits coming to come see Jordan. And the lady coach is feeling like, you said that to psych him out. I already knew that information, and because I've been training with your son this whole time and I'm kind of getting an idea of the type of person he is, I decided not to keep that from him because he's easily psyched out. So now I'm kind of looking at Billy sideways, like, if that's true, like if that really is true, did you say that to psych out Jordan? And if that's the case, does that mean it's coming across as though the Crenshaw team and you being a coach is above you being a dad at the end of the day? Is it just me? That's kind of how it feels for me. So we get to the meeting, and Olivia's talking about how the reason she relapsed is because of other people, and she felt people were leaving her, and she felt people were this and this and this and that. After the meeting, Nurse Joy is very blunt and doesn't want to coddle Olivia, and tells Olivia that you're blaming everyone else but you're not taking responsibility. All I heard you say was that you relapsed because people did this, because people did that. No, even if they didn't do those things, you were going to relapse anyway. And Olivia's shocked and all of that because she was expecting to be coddled. I feel like Olivia, as strong as she is, she likes to be coddled. She likes people feeling sorry for her, and this nurse was not about to do that. So Olivia was shocked about that. So it's game day now, and Crenshaw, guys, is off to a bad start. Like, they're not doing good. The girl who's like a really good kicker, she's also not in the A game and all of that. And coach is like, dog, just calm down. You're doing well. It's fine. Spencer tells her, we've got your back. You're doing okay. Spencer too. Spencer's also not doing well and all of that. And coach is like, just channel your dad, play your game, and you'll be fine. Over in Beverly Hills, they're doing very well. Like, start of the game, they're doing very well. Jordan is doing well. He's feeling like we can do this all day and all of that. Cool, great, fine. Things start to take a turn later on. Now we see Crenshaw is doing very well, and that girl's kicking. Spencer's also doing very well. And then on the other side, Asher and Jay's beef is not getting in the way of the game, and they're not doing well so far. So Beverly is not doing as well as they were doing in the beginning of the game. So we see Layla confronting Coop at that diner place they hang out at, and Layla wants to know what's going on. Like, I caught a vibe, and my intuition's always right, so what's happening? And Coop tells Layla that, look, this is what your dad's been doing. Cool, great, fine. We get back to the game, and we see Coach Billy has a tribute for Corey on the field and everything, and in the middle of the field is Corey's jersey number. And you can tell Spencer this is what Spencer needed. Like, he's so uplifted. Everyone's like patting him like, yo, your dad's a legend and all of that. And guys, after that, Spencer starts to kill it. Like, touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Like, he's killing it, right? And then we get to a point where they tell Spencer that, dog, you're about to beat your dad's record. You guys are tied right now. You're about to beat your dad's record. Here goes Spencer. Guys, we already know Spencer. He's too much of a good guy. He feels like, coach, please put me on the bench. You know, this is my dad's legacy. I don't want him to be forgotten. I don't want to beat his record and all of that. And coach is like, dog, you are your dad's legacy. Like, he would want this for you. He would want you to beat his record. So go out there. He goes out there, he starts running. He's about to take his touchdown that's going to beat his dad's record, and then he takes a knee, and then that means that him and his dad are tied. They both have 6 touchdowns. So cool, great, fine, whatever, Spencer. It was sweet, but I was just like, Spencer's so dramatic, but okay. Layla confronts her dad, Layla confronts her dad about what's been happening. Like, you've been having an affair with the artist there. Like, you're in charge. You're not supposed to do that. You know, basically, it's a Me Too conversation. You know, as a man who has a daughter, would you like it if someone who was above me did that to me in a place of work and all of that? And he's kind of feeling like he's doing nothing wrong. And Layla feels like, if you feel like you're doing nothing wrong, we might as well go back to how we used to be. You go back on the road and I will raise myself. Cool, great, fine. We get to Beverly Hills. They're not doing well, you guys. They're not doing well. And then Jordan gets a really bad hit. Like, he gets hit so badly and then he doesn't get back up. He can't get back up. We're worried about Jordan now. So we see everyone rushing to the hospital to go see Jordan, and the mom's really worried. Laura's so worried and she has a lot of questions to ask. So they're sitting over there and then the doctor gets there and Laura's asking questions. Did you guys scan this? Did you check this? Did you check that he's not going to have this or whatever? And Simone's getting frustrated because all we want is an update. Let the doctor talk. So Simone stands up and says, "Doctor, can I talk to you in private?" And Laura's kind of feel like, hey, who are you? I'm the mother. What makes you think you can talk to the doctor in private? And Simone actually says that we are married, and as the wife, I trump you as the mother. So I need to get an update on what's happening with my husband. And I was like, ooh. Okay, Simone, okay. Right? But Laura was being annoying. But Simone was like, no, that's my husband. So I need to get this update, right? So we get to that diner place that they hang out at, and Spencer's ex, you guys remember the chocolatey pretty one, they're making posters for a protest. Some girl Tamika got shot by the police while she was sleeping in a car. Basically she was profiled, so they're making posters for that, and Coop helps out, and they see Mo there, and I think it dawns on Coop that she's been actually profiling Mo, that Mo has a history of this, and now Mo's changed, and I've been holding that against her and not realizing she's changed. So Coop walks over to Mo and apologizes and explains that actually this made me realize that I've been profiling you and judging you based on things you've done in your past. I apologize for that. Coop walks away. And this is when I knew it was about to be some bullshit, because as Coop was walking away, the camera stayed on Mo, and I was like, Coop was right, you guys. Coop was right the whole time. We were like, Coop is being paranoid. Coop was right, because a guy comes, I think from one of the gangs, a guy comes and it's like, what was that about? And Mo's like, it worked. She trusts me now. So yeah, I was like, damn, I'm sorry, Coop. I'm so sorry. I was one of those people who was like, Coop, you're so paranoid. But she was right, you guys. Mo's up to something, and Mo's plan this whole time has been for Coop to trust her. So I'm like, damn, Coop is about to be in some more mess. I hate that. Anyway, we go back to the hospital, and Jordan wakes up, and Simone tells Jordan that, look, your family knows everything. I had to tell them. Cool, great, fine. He's panicking a bit. The family comes in and they're like, dog, don't worry about it. We don't have to talk about that and all of that. So cool. And then we find out that Jordan's not going to be able to play for the rest of the year, and that sucks, and we're really sad for him, you guys. It's very tense. He's not going to be able to play for the rest of the year. On top of that, we're worried about everyone else too. On top of him, is Liv going to relapse because of this? Simone is kind of looking at the whole situation like she wants out. Like the way she was looking at Laura, Billy, and Jordan when they were all together, I don't know what was going through her mind, you guys. It kind of felt like she felt like Jordan was still kind of like a kid, and she's like been through so much. I don't know, a lot was happening. So yeah, you guys, that's everything that happened on the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys share it, like it, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.